Om Shri Sai Ram. We now invite our distinguished guest, Shri Arif Mohammed Khan ji, Hon'ble Governor of Kerala, to kindly address the august gathering on the occasion of Shri Sathya Sai Aradhana Mahotsavam. His Excellency, Shri Arif Mohammed Khan ji, Sai Ram.
Shri Ratnakar, Managing Trustee, Shri Chakravarti, former IAS, Shri Nagananji, Dr. Mohan, Shri Nimish Pandya, Shri Manohar Shetty ji. Priyamena Sodra, Sodri Manulu, Antarikina Namaskaram. I am blessed to be at Puttaparthi, the abode of Bhagawan Sathya Sai Baba, and I am deeply grateful to the trust, the office bearers and the devotees of Baba for their kind invite, and also for the gracious words you have spoken about me. 24th of April this year marks the 13th anniversary of ever revered Baba's relinquishing of the physical form. Though Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba departed from this world, his words, actions and mission continue to light the lamp of love in the hearts of millions of people in more than 140 countries, attracting them to the path of love and service. This inspiration manifests in the selfless service rendered by Sai devotees through several institutions and movements which have been observing the last 1 month as the month of giving and forgiving. One may wonder how Baba's message of service to humanity could expand one's consciousness. Baba, with his ever-enticing smile, used to remind everyone that Manav Seva was nothing but Madhav Seva, and that quality of service was more important than the quantity, since it should be performed with the spirit of serving God. Love all, serve all, and help ever, hurt never were his mantras to the devotees who reposed utmost faith in his spiritual leadership and guidance. Shri Sathya Sai Baba's sojourn in the physical form as a missionary of the loftiest human values lasted for over 5 decades, but the inspiration he gave continues unabated. During his life, he endeared himself to millions through guidance, blessing, and service, through various institutions that promoted education, public health, and empowerment of the weak. Ever since Baba started the Shri Sathya Sai Seva organization in 1965, it has been enabling devotees and followers to undertake seva and other philanthropic activities. Clearly, they are motivated by an urge for one's own transformation, with the aim of realizing one's inherent divinity. This organization has over 7.5 lakh active members. This acknowledges Baba's impact as a preceptor whose work was based on the basic human values of Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prem, and Ahimsa. The name Sai Baba itself points to the attachment it evokes in the minds of the devotees. A writer notes how Shri Sai Baba explained his name. Sa means divine, I means mother, and Baba means father. Baba then reminds, your physical parents might cultivate love with a dose of selfishness, but this Sai mother and father showers affection or reprimands only for leading you towards victory in the struggle for self-realization. Dr. Shri Pandya ji had mentioned about the transformation which Baba brought about, and Professor N. Kasturi has also described this as the greatest miracle of Baba. What is this transformation? In fact, in Indian tradition, Baba was a pathfinder. Baba showed us the path. He was the great Guru. And the impact of the Guru results in tad dittiye janma. If we do not become different from what we were before coming into contact with the Guru, then we have not really benefited from the teachings. So what Baba did, in the true Indian tradition, this transformation happens by making a person aware of his real self. We are, everybody of us. In fact, yesterday only I was listening to a lecture, and the speaker had quoted a small story, anecdote, that a young king, along with his wife and retinue, and a young 2-year-old son, went to some part of his kingdom, some area of his kingdom, and he took the river route. And when they were traveling, there was a big cyclone or something, and the boat was overturned. Somehow the king and queen were saved, but the child was lost. And this child was rescued by a fisherman family somewhere down the river. For many years, king's men kept looking. They were given the duty to find the child. And for many years, they kept looking for the child. And ultimately, when they found the child was not ready to accept that he is not the son of the fisherman family. Finally, the child was produced, who had now become a young man. He was produced before the king, and the fisherman and his wife, they also came, and they testified that yes, so many years back, we had rescued this child. Then only that young man was convinced of his real identity, of his real self. The Indian tradition tells us that our real self is not this body with which we are born. Great Shankaracharya in his composition has said, Mano Buddha Ahankar Chittani Naham, Na cha Shrotra Jive, Na cha Gran Netre, Na cha Vyom Bhumir, Na Tejo Navayu, Chidanand Rupa Shivoham Shivo. And then it goes on. I am neither this, I am neither this, I am neither this, I am neither. Then who are you? Chidanand Rupa. Chit Anand Rupa Shivoham Shivo. Right from Adi Shankara to Sathya Sai Baba, they have never claimed that they have given some original thing. They have the ancient message of India. They have reinterpreted it according to the changed circumstances so that people in the changed circumstances can understand that message. But the message is ancient. Even in Valmiki Ramayana, on the eve of departure to the forest, when Bhagawan Ram is making preparations, the younger brother Lakshman, he loses his cool. And he starts making accusation against the father, holding him responsible for the misfortunes of the family. Bhagavan Ram hears him patiently, and when after giving vent to his anger, when he becomes quiet, then Bhagavan Ram tells him, Daho mitiya buddhir vidya sapir kirtata naham dehaschi datmet buddhi vidyeti bhannete. Lakshman, you are upset, you are angry because we are leaving for the forest. In forest, your body will be subjected to afflictions, pain, discomfort, inconvenience, and you think that you are this body of yours. Therefore, you are feeling upset. You are feeling angry. But you are not this body of yours. So, when we talk about the transformation which Shri Sathya Sai Baba brought in our lives, this transformation is really to make us aware of our real self. And that real self is, all this love, serving people, in what concept this idea is rooted. You love yourself. You love those whom you consider they are your extension. In fact, on my left hand side, the ladies are sitting. If the child of a lady is in trouble, she will be ready to lay down her life to save the child. Why? Because she is convinced that that child is extension of her. Anybody whom you consider is your extension, you will love that person with the same intensity as you love yourself. And we have been told, the Indian tradition tells us, Yada bhuta prithak bhava mekasthamanu pashyati tad evacha vistaram brahma sampadiyate tada. All this diversity which you see in the world, this diversity is nothing. It all emanates from one source. And it is extension of the self. This is what our tradition tells us. And not just that. This is a shlok from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But much before that, it has been asserted, so kama yata bahusyam pirja yeyeti. And in the ancient times, the Supreme Spirit desired that I should become manifold to create my creation. So we all are extension, one in many and many in one. Once that realization comes, then everybody or anybody becomes your own. They become your own extension. Then do you have any option other than looking at them with love and affection? Do you have then any other option? It has been said, Atmam sarveshu bhuteshu bhutat manam kirtalayam archaye dan manabhyam maitri abhinain chakshusha. Famous Kapil Muni Devahuti Samvad, when Kapil Muni had this realization, this transformation, then there is an urge to share that realization with others. He looks around, there is nobody. Only mother is sitting at a distance, calls the mother. And then this is a long dialogue in which he says, Atmam sarveshu bhuteshu, see me in all beings. This body is nothing but abode of Sadashiva. See me in all beings. And worship me by respecting all beings because I reside in the body of everybody. And whatever you can do, atvam sarveshu bhutatmanam kita archaye dan manabhyam maitri abhinay chakshusha, and help them in satisfying their felt wants, and do it with maitri abhinay chakshusha. Not just a feeling of friendliness, abhinena, where you make no discrimination. So I feel that Baba, the real miracle of Baba is that in these times, he made us aware of our real self. And once we become aware of real self, we have no option but to treat everybody as our own. And more I hear about Shri Sathya Sai Baba, whatever, there is so much, even after 13 years of his leaving his physical body. All these organizations in so many countries, they are a living testimony. And more I read about him, I think about him, a beautiful shlok of Srimad Bhagavad Gita comes to my mind. Yad yad vibhuti ma sattavam Shrimad urjitam eva va tat tad eva avagacha tvam mama tejom shasambhavam. Wherever you see extraordinary beauty, extraordinary power, extraordinary brilliance, extraordinary energy, know that this thing is born out of a part of my splendor. That explains why the devotees of Sathya Sai Baba consider him an incarnation, an avatar. Because all these, he was so rich in all these attributes. He is not there, but his message is there. His legacy is there. Living legacy is there. I wish and pray that we all benefit from that legacy, and this legacy continues to illuminate the minds of the coming generations as well. Once again, I give my grateful thanks to you, sir, all the members of the trust, for your kind invitation and giving me this opportunity to participate in this Aradhana Mahotsavam, pay my tributes to Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, and profit personally by this gathering, which is essentially a spiritual gathering. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Thank you, sir, for bringing out the essence of Sanatana Dharma as taught to all of us age after age by our beloved Sanatana Sarthi Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba to realize our true self and conduct our lives with awareness of Atma Dharma, the fundamental unifying principle of spirituality, a life fit to be offered at Bhagawan's divine lotus feet.